my screen, and I would like to open the notebook also. Okay. I would like to open PYDS. So EC2, there is no EC2 file. Okay. So, dear students, after a long time I'm seeing you. We missed a few classes due to some, my other academic responsibilities. That responsibilities are allocated by my higher officials. So, I'm really sorry for that. So I missed a few classes for you. So this class, in this class we cope up everything. Okay. Uh, I would like to, you know, put the lab questions in the Telegram. You tell me which one we have done, which one we haven't done. Okay. EC2. PYDS. I think group is there, right? PYD. Yeah. This one. So lab one we have done because I have shared lab one questions to you. Okay. Let me check whether we have done these questions or not. I'm opening those questions, students. If not, we will do in this laboratory. See, lab 2, write a program to find area of rectangle. Simple Python programs. Write a program to swap the values of two variables, convert kilogram into pound, find whether the number is even or odd, largest among the given numbers, finding the leap year Fibonacci, yes or no, whether this exercise I have given to you or not, students. Okay, we haven't done, right? We are saying it is in pending, right? Yes, Dhruv and Raj. It is in pending, right? Yes, pending. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, good. So these are all the basic Python scripts you can use because already you learned conditional statement and looping statement. You learned, right? If, else if later, for loop, while loop. That done, right? Yeah, good. Then these questions, I'm putting in front of you. You start working on these questions. I'm also working with you. Okay, we will do one by one. We will solve the questions one by one and we will find the solution. Okay. So first 5 questions I am putting for you. We will solve first 5 questions, then we will go further. Okay. Write a program to find the area of rectangle. Okay, it is very simple. I would like to create a folder in the name EC2 here. Then only I can able to differentiate easily in the notebook. Where is it? Yeah, here users EC2 Python for data science. New EC2. So I have to go back one step. No, 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 not one step. Here I would like to, yeah, inside EC2, I would like to open a new notebook and I am naming that as 19 July Lab. 19th July Lab EC2. Okay. So, yeah, in order to do the first exercise, you do simultaneously, other you do by your own. Okay, if you know the logic, you can refer the web, you can able to do. If any doubt you ask me, but I'm also solving few problems. If you have doubt, you can follow my solution. Okay. So I hope everyone know how to get user input. Okay. Area of rectangle. See, and also I'm telling you how to submit the file. Say for example, it is lab 2 exercise. In the sense, first you have to put it as lab 2 heading. You have to put that heading and you have to write the question. Like, write a program to find area of rectangle. Question number 1, right? So, okay, this is the question, and you have to write some explanation on this. Get the length from the user. First, you can write step 1, getting the input length from the user. Step 2, getting. Step 2 is getting breadth from the user. And step 3, calculate the area and display. It should not be exactly like this. You can write your own sentence, but that should be understandable to you and me. That is very essential. You can submit the notebook file itself in the Google Classroom. I will give you the link, Google Classroom link. Don't worry. First, now you keep the files with you. Keep the notebook files with you. Okay. So here you can write the code like so length equal to input of enter the length of the rectangle. If you want to mention type as float, you can mention. Okay. That to the that rectangle area equal to and into that print the area of given of the given angle S area. Okay. Oh, in order to handle this, what do you need to do? How do you merge? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll change. So here you can see what Hemang is telling, the spelling mistake. And this concatenation also, while doing concatenation, you have to do like this. Okay? So this is a simple way of doing this. I'm putting this to you. Okay. This is a sample. Based on this, you can do other codes. If you get any difficulty in between, you can. If you are facing any trouble with any of the specific problem, you just inform me. We can also do print. Yeah, you can do, but see, sometimes it will throw an error. The reason, are you getting properly for this? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's working fine here. Yeah, Guru, you can go ahead in that way also. This swapping you can do in two ways. One is swapping with third variable, another one is swapping without the third variable, that you can choose by your own. Yeah, Anjan. Uh, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm getting what you're doing, what you're telling, but we have to complete this. Actually, first we have to be familiar with the Python thing. First unit is dealing with Python, only Python. So once we have done with Python, so you have to be familiarized with the Python looping statement, Python conditional statement. After that, you have to be familiar with the Python functions. Okay, after that we will get into data science. Don't worry, we will do the data science and we are going to deal with the data sets. We are going to process with the data sets. Okay, that we are going to do. Okay, before getting to that, you have to be familiar with these things. Okay, we are getting into that practical also. Okay, so can I give all the functions? If you are ready, I can give the codes related to functions and everything to you. You can do by yourself and you can upload it in the Google Classroom. And we will start with data science based things from the next lab itself. If everyone is agree, we can do that. Otherwise, if you want to do few experiments with functions and few more experiments with functions and other basic Python lessons, we can go ahead with. What about the others' opinion? You can unmute yourself and talk. As per Anjan point of view, he is asking me to get into the data science directly without the Python basics. Is it okay? Okay. Jusar is telling we can go to data science. Others, anyone, everyone is ready for this? Okay, okay, good. So then, what I'm doing now in this lab itself, you can complete all the from this lab itself. You can complete all the basic Python things. I will give the all laboratory things to you as an exercise. You do and upload it in Google Classroom. Then we will get into the Python data science. Okay. Two, three. Yes. Basic procedure. You need to right. See, lab 3, lab 4. Okay. So all these things you complete and you have to upload it in Google Classroom. As I said, if there is anyone facing difficulty, you can contact me personally. Otherwise, you can contact me in the lab classes. So we will directly get into the data science. No, notebook file you have to submit. I see. I think you have missed the few classes. See, what you need to do is you have to submit this IPYNB file plus PDF. Okay. So, say for example, this is your notebook file. In the sense, you can, if possible, you can download this as a PDF. Otherwise, convert this into a HTML file, and you have to convert. See, I am telling, first thing, if you do a program, that will be saved in the form of notebook. Okay, that will be saved in the form of notebook in your location. Okay, see here, it is there as an IPYNB file. So the same way you can able to see the multiple IPYNB files here. So you have to submit this IPYNB file. In addition to that, you have to submit, you mention your name, roll number, everything on the top of this. You have to mention roll number, everything, all the detail you have to submit, you have to write. And what you need to do is you have to download as, see, PDF via latex. If possible, you do this. If not possible,
Sir, screen is not visible. Please share.
okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. I will share. Okay. Okay. See, you are writing your notebook code, right? You are writing your notebook code. Okay. This notebook code is available in the form of IPYNB file. Okay, it is available in the form of IPYNB file. So you have to submit this IPYNB file. Got my point? So this is one file you have to submit. Other than that, you have to submit PDF. PDF of this same. How to get PDF of this same is, you have to go to file, and you have to go to this. Yeah, you have to go to this file, download as HTML. Okay, if you go to that, you will get this kind of HTML file. Okay, so here you can do Control P, and you can give save as PDF. In any way you convert this HTML. Otherwise, you can go to you can save this HTML file and go to online converter of HTML to PDF. Anyway, you convert this HTML into PDF and submit that PDF and this IPYNB file. Don't submit just Python file, I mean .py file. Submit a notebook file, IPYNB file, and this PDF. So once you have generated PDF, you will get this kind of file. Okay. Yeah, this is the PDF. You have to submit both the document. Here you can put everything, your roll number, whatever the information you want. You can put your roll number and other detail. Here you can write the explanation. See, the intention of the lab submission is you have to, if you see this, you should understand. Okay, in theory, up to what you have studied in theory session? Have you done with all Python functions? Okay, started with the data science. Good. Okay, okay, okay. Fine, fine, fine. Yeah, you have to upload it in Google Classroom. I will send the, I will create the assignment in Google Classroom and I will share with you. You join with the Google Classroom and you submit. Now you keep it with you. Okay. Okay. Dear students, I am. Can you able to see the screen? Can you able to see my screen? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. See, now I don't know whether you have studied it or not, but what we are going to do now is we are going to import some data set from the machine to the this Python environment through Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so actually here I have used three packages. I hope you know how to import packages or how to import the modules. Here you look at this. Okay, here you look at this. You can able to see here we have imported three packages. So one is pandas, another one is numpy, another one is matplotlib. The pandas is the one which is taking vital role. You will study pandas in detail in theory subject. Okay, so pandas is used for data handling and data manipulation. Pandas take vital role in data science. Okay, so pandas is a huge one. Pandas is having a lot of functionality. Here we are going to demonstrate the simple mechanism of pandas. Okay, here we are going to demonstrate the basic things of pandas, how it is working and all. Then we will go further in the usage of pandas and how we are going to utilize pandas and how we are going to deal with the data science applications and all. Okay, now so yeah, it is pandas. So I have imported pandas using the using import pandas, and PD is a name which we are representing in order to utilize pandas. Okay, so whenever you are using this, it is a kind of object. Whenever you want to utilize the pandas, we have to use the variable PD. So after that, we have imported numpy. Okay, so numpy is the one which is used to do all the linear algebra and Fourier transform kind of things. Then numpy is used to deal with an array, two-dimensional array, three-dimensional array, and matrix. All these calculations are done by numpy. Okay, then if you want to use numpy, in your code, you have to have this np. Okay, so apart from that, we are going to use matplotlib. Okay, so matplotlib is nothing but it is used to do the data visualization. So data visualization we can able to do with matplotlib. So matplotlib is a 2D. It is used to have two-dimensional graphics. Okay, clear? Pandas is used to deal with the data, numpy is used to deal with the array, matrix and linear algebra. Matplotlib is absolutely used for 2D graphics. Okay, is it clear for you in the basic way? Okay, see, we have to use the three modules or libraries. One, the first one we have used is pandas. Okay, the use of pandas is deal with data import, export, all the kind of thing. And then we have used numpy. Okay, you will study all these things in detail in theory. Then we are go pandas, numpy, then matplotlib. Okay, it is for data visualization. Okay, now this after this thing, I'm using this df. df is a variable, simply it represents data file. It is user defined one, you can have it as ab, anything you can have, but I am having it as a df. Df is nothing but a data file. Okay, so df is the data file, or df is a variable which is going to hold, this, which is going to hold a data file or a data set. It is in the it is in the form of CSV. Okay, here I am having a simple data set, simple CSV file. Okay, I hope you know about CSV file, right? Do you aware about CSV file? Yes or no? What is CSV file? No. Okay, okay. Okay, let me tell about CSV file. Okay, don't worry. Let me clear about CSV file. See, whenever you are dealing with a data, okay, whenever you are dealing with a data, the data set is in the form of CSV file only. See here, you can able to see, you can ask the question how to, how to create CSV file. See, I am telling, here I would like to tell. See, I am opening a Excel file. Okay, I am opening an Excel file. Okay, Excel file. So I am having the name as file1. Okay, file1 is an Excel file. I'm opening this Excel file. And I'm having student name, okay, and age of the student, otherwise mark of the student. Okay, simply I'm having AB, XY, some, CD, YZ, simply something. Okay, marks, I am giving 78, I am giving 98, I am giving 67, I am giving 54. Okay, so see, this kind of data actually, when I'm, today morning we have used data set for deep learning. That data set contains 60,000 entries. See here, it is having 5 entry. Morning we have used that for 7th semester, that contains 60,000 images. Okay, so likewise, in real time, if you want to work with real time, it contains more number of columns. Okay, but in order to familiar with the things, you have to start with the very simple data. Then you can use the complicated data and bigger data set. I am giving the bigger data set also to you, and you can able to utilize that. Give me a second. I am getting a call. Okay, so this is how you have to deal. So this is a simple data set. So whenever you are having this, you have to save this as a, save as other format. Here we are getting a, here you are getting a, here you are getting the CSV comma delimited, right? You have to choose this and you have to save. Okay, you give all yes and everything. Otherwise, you in online also you can convert XLS to CSV or whatever you want. You can do. Okay. See now. See here. Now in EC2, I am having file 1 XLSX and CSV. So what is the specialty in CSV in the sense? This is the CSV file, and also this is also another CSV file which I was having previously. So I'm opening this CSV file. Okay, I'm opening this CSV file by right click on this and open with Notepad. Okay, if you open this CSV file, see, you can get this comma delimited student name mark, so this kind of file. So this is nothing. So data set, wherever you are downloading data set from the web, and wherever you are downloading the data set from anywhere, or you are dealing the data set, most of the data sets are in the form of CSV files. Okay, so data sets are always in the form of CSV files. So you have to create CSV file like this, and all CSV files are available in this. See, I would like to I will tell how to download a data set from the web. What are all the websites available in order to get the data set free? Everything I will tell you, but now you have to know how to process with the data set. Okay, now do you understand, or do you know, have you got a basic idea about the CSV file? What is CSV file? Yes or no, students? Yeah. Others? Other than home? Okay, okay, good. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to import this CSV file to our environment. Okay, so in order to get this CSV file to your environment, you have to use the function read CSV. Okay, so read CSV is the function. By using this function, you can able to get this CSV file to your environment. Okay, with the help of read CSV file, you can able to get this you can able to get this CSV file to Python environment. Okay, so df is a variable which holds the CSV file. PD is associated with Python, so using is associated with pandas. So using pandas object, we are calling this read CSV function, and we are getting this CSV file lr.csv. lr.csv is available here. See, this is simple data set lr.csv. If you want to see this data set, you can see. See, it contains area and price. I mean square feet and price, house price information. Simple data set. It's not a much complicated one. Okay, so now if you execute this, see, you will get the df in your environment. Okay, data file in your environment. See, I would like to, if you want to see data file as it is, in the sense, simply give df and give enter. See, that file is there, right? You can able to see, which I have shown in the CSV file Excel, in the form of Excel I have shown, right? CSV file. So that came to your Python environment. Now you have imported the data to your environment from the data set. Okay, data set is an external entity. You brought that external entity content to your environment in the name. Now you are having it in the name df. Okay, so once you got this to your environment, you can able to visible. Suppose if you want to apply data visualization technique on this, you can able to apply the data visualization technique on this. Okay, how you can apply? For this, you have to use this matplotlib. So matplotlib object is plt here. Using plt scatter in the sense, it is a scatter plot. you can able to draw a scatter plot. So you are going to draw a scatter plot between two attributes, area and price. Area and price are the two attributes which is there in your data set. Okay, area and price are the two attributes which is there in your data set. So by doing scatter, by calling scatter function df dot area, because area and price you have to mention using df, because df only holding this lr.csv file. So df dot area and df dot price you have to give, and if you press enter you can able to get the scatter plot. Okay, so this is the way you have to import, you have to import a file, and you have to import a CSV file to environment, and you have to display that CSV file. Got my point? I am sharing this code to you. Okay, so now what I'm telling is, you create your own CSV file with 2-3 attributes, any attributes according to you, and get that CSV file to your environment and draw a scatter plot. After drawing a scatter plot, try to draw some other plot. Okay, try to draw some other plots also by your own. Got my point? Yes, yes or no? Got my point? Yes, yes, students. Have you understood? Other students? Anjan, Asta, Dhruv, Hemang, Jay, Jusar, Mansi, Meher, Fayaz. Okay, yeah. Then please do that. Please do that and show the answer to you. Show your output to me. Okay. Please do your thing. You know, it's glare. Sir, how Jupyter get the, okay, some doubt. Om is asking, sir, how Jupyter get the file from the system? Okay, yeah. See, yeah. This is a good question. See where I'm having that file. I'm having that file here. See, this is my IPYNB file. Okay, 19th July Lab 2 EC2. Wherever you are having that IPYNB file, in the same location you should have the CSV file. Okay, wherever you are having an IPYNB file, the same location, if you have the CSV file, in the sense, no need to give the path, otherwise you will get an issue in the path and other stuff. The same location you give. Suppose if you give directly here, you know, you just look into that where your IPYNB file is saved. In that location you have to give the CSV file. Okay, clear? But sir, if you want to get CSV file from different folder, then if it is from different folder you have to give path, but you have to give path properly. Okay, and you have to mention. If you are using Google Colab, you have to mount. I hope you learned how to use Google Colab and all. I teach you, right? Google Colab. Yes or no? Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. You can use Google Colab also, but if you're comfortable with Jupyter, then go ahead with Jupyter. Okay. This you do importing a CSV file and handling CSV file. And students, I'm giving one information to you. See, if you want data set, if you want to download data set, go to Kaggle. See, it's coming na Kaggle Titanic data set. It came na Titanic data set. See, test.csv 2796 KB. So if you go kaggle.com, simply go type Kaggle. See, in Kaggle, you can okay. Am I audible now? Am I audible to you, students? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so what you need to do is go to kaggle.com. Have you seen the kaggle.com? Have you seen Kaggle? Okay, and here machine learning, it is a machine learning and data science community. Kaggle is a machine learning and data science community. Let me share my screen. See, in Kaggle, you can go and you can download the data sets. You can do competition. See, many of our students, the previous seniors and all, have got some stipend also from the Kaggle. They have competed and they have got some awards. Lot of things. They will give money. You can earn money. So you please explore with the Kaggle. Okay, you can do a lot of things. You can get free data sets. See, data sets, code competitions. In this competitions you won, will get money. They will give work to you, and they will give money if you do that work. Lot of things are associated with this. Okay, see, popular data sets: heart attack analysis prediction data set, water quality data set, latest COVID-19 India state-wise data set. Okay, IMDb movie review, cloth size prediction. Okay, so these are all the data sets which is available in Kaggle. You can download the data set. And also I am telling one more thing to you, that is, machine learning community thing, that is UCI machine learning repository. Here also you can get data. UCI machine learning repository. Just type UCI machine learning repository, then you will get this link. Okay, here you can do. See, iris dataset is the famous dataset. Iris is a flower. Iris dataset, adult dataset, wine quality dataset, heart disease dataset, breast cancer dataset, bank marketing. See, this many datasets. This is a research community. You can publish research paper by using this dataset. You can do a lot of things. Even I published many papers using these datasets. For my PhD, I used these datasets. Okay, not only me, the world research community. See, machine learning UCI repository, Center for Machine Learning and Intelligent Systems. Okay, see, about this, you want to know, UCI machine learning repository is collection of databases, domain theories, all these things created in 1987 by a researcher. Now it became very famous. Okay, supported by National Science Foundation. Okay, so you can get dataset from here. You can get these CSV files. Okay, bigger datasets. Okay, I think now you are getting my screen, right, Anjan? Yeah. Okay, so you can utilize this. Then we will start with the data science, and we will go one by one. Not only in the syllabus. Apart from syllabus, also we can go and we can learn something new. in the laboratory class. Anyway, you're you're having theory also. You learn that, and in addition to this, we will learn and we will get into the data science full-fledged, as you said. But you have to do all those basic experiments, and you have to keep your file with you. After doing all these experiments, keep your file with you. Whenever I'm releasing an assignment in Google Classroom, you have to post it. Okay, and you have to meet the deadline. Yeah. Now you do that import CSV file by using any one data set. You can create your own data set, and you can draw some plot, scatter plot or something. Is there anyone, those who have completed, want to share your screen can share? Okay. Om, can you please share your screen? You share your screen, then yeah. Okay. Which data set you? Which data set you have used? Home. Sorry, network issue was there. Okay, you create your own CSV. Good, 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 good. Okay, others also. Please do it in the same way. You're batch one, right? In Python for dataset, batch one or batch two? I'm asking you, students. Yeah, one. Thank you. Okay. So please, students, you join with this link with the classroom. Using this link, join the Google Classroom. Join with this link. Using this link, join with the Google Classroom. Okay, good. 18 students have joined. If any of your friends have not joined, inform them. The folder name is wrong. We are in 5EC2 class. Yes. Which folder name? Which folder name you are telling?
Sir, we are from EC2 class.
Yeah, yeah. Which?
Sir, classroom, Google Classroom.
Okay. In Google Classroom, what mistake I have done?
5EC1 PYDS lab. In that 5EC2 would come.
Oh, I have named as 5EC1 instead of EC2.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm really sorry for that. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check because. Oh my God, where I have created. Oh. I'm really sorry. EC2, right? Okay. How can I edit? Hmm. Edit. EC2. Okay. EC2, EC2. Okay. Now, I have done edit. Refresh and check. Is it reflecting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so students, please give your attendance in the chat box. Let me ask if you have any doubt. Anjan, any doubt? Asta, Anjan, Asta, clear? Okay. Dhruv, Hemant, Jay. Okay, no, right. Good. Jusar, Mansi, Mihir, Mohammad Faiz, Nisha, Nishita, Aras. Okay. Parth, Raj, Ramesh, Rushabh, Samir, Savan, Shubhu, Sunita, Vatsal, Viraj, Vishwaj Singh, no doubt. Okay. So, yeah. So now you are familiar with how to import a CSV file to your environment, how to deal with that. So from next class onwards, we will get into the data science in a full-fledged way, and we will do a lot of things with pandas and matplotlib and other libraries. If possible, I will teach you machine learning and other stuff also. Okay, be ready for that. See you. Okay. Give your attendance and leave, students, because I don't have the document. I have to get it from. Uh, okay, let me check whether Python batch, Python lab batch, A batch, B batch, C batch. That batch is different, but for Python it is different, right? Okay. Okay, please give your attendance in the chat box for this lab class, and we will see remaining things later.